It's not always the sexy stats. You got to give love to some of the boys that do the little things. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So the Yankees are fresh off a 15-3 beatdown of the Baltimore Orioles. Home runs left and right, right? The bats were live yesterday. Hopefully Jazz Chisholm is not injured too bad. But if he does go on the IL, hasn't been reported yet that he has, hopefully they'll call up Yorbit Vivas and actually play the man. You're going to waste his option, play the guy. Unlike last time when he came up here for a week while Trent Grisham was on the paternity list. So play the man. He's a lefty, has a similar skill set, has got speed and contact ability, which we're hoping to see more of from Jazz Chisholm when he comes back. But with that said, right, there's a couple of guys that I want to give some love to, right? And if you're a Yankee fan, you're not subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. Why are you not subbed yet? Why? Okay? And hit your notification too. That way when I go live, you can come and join the conversation, have your voice heard. More perspectives, the better, right? It makes the content better, makes the conversation better. Okay, it's so much better than peddling narratives on Twitter. So much better than talking points, right? Especially when you can't back them up with facts. So, but with that said, okay, let's talk about Anthony Vulpi first. Shout out to my guy Ryan Beck too for the intel, right? What intel let me talk about? Well, he's got a 122 OPS plus right now, which is pretty darn good for starting shortstop. He also has the second highest WAR on the Yankees behind only Aaron Judge. His WAR is also higher than Juan Soto's WAR right now. I'm going to say it again. It's higher than Juan Soto's WAR. So a lot of folks will voice their frustration at Anthony Vulpi. I get it's fine, and so and so. But he's not making $800 million. He's making the league minimum. Okay? And he's batting pretty well right now. Batting around 235. He's got 5 home runs. Okay? But if you alter out his stats, he's projected to go 20-plus home runs and 75 to 80 ribbies, which either matches or exceeds his career stats in any season of his last season. This is his last year in pre-arb. Then he goes to 3 years of arbitration after this, right? So, and he's our starting shortstop, and he plays solid defense. He had a great play yesterday. He hustles all the time as well. So I wish we had a dozen of him. I really, really do. Okay? And I noticed some fans that want to see someone else at shortstop, whether it's Praz or people are calling for George Lombard. I like George Lombard, but here's the fact. He's in single A right now. He's not ready for the majors. Opinions don't change that. Yes, his stats are impressive in single A. Let him continue to be impressive as he moves up. Then he'll be ready when he's ready. It looks like it's going to be 2027, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be before that, right? But we'll have an opening at third base and maybe even at second base if Jazz Chisholm leaves after next season, right? So there could be an opening in either space. And so Anthony Vulpi, I got to give him his love right now. I got to give him his love. He's continuing to do his thing, and again, he stays out of trouble. I don't expect him to be Bobby Witt Jr. I don't think anybody can expect him to be Bobby Witt Jr. Nobody's Bobby Witt Jr. He's Anthony Vulpi, right? And he's doing what he needs to do with the Yankees. And again, we'll figure out where his best fit is in the lineup. I think they're still trying to figure that out too. Once Giancarlo Stanton comes back, the lineup will look a little different. And if they bring in a right-handed hitting third baseman, it might modify the lineup too. Right now, I think the best scenario is to have Jason Dominguez bat second, Judge third, Paul Goldschmidt fourth, and then I would have moved down Cody and Jazz Chisholm. And we need those guys to perform a little bit more consistently as well. So I think Volpe's breaking out. I think Austin Wells starting to break out. I want to see Cody Bellinger break out, and I want to see Jazz break out. So, and utilize their skill sets, speed, their contact ability, the ability to hit the ball in gaps, the ability to move guys over. and be moved over by other guys who can hit them in so they can utilize their speed. So wreak havoc on the base paths. Don't just sit there and rely on home runs and strike out when you miss. You need more than that, right? So, but Volpe's number one. Number two is Trent Grisham. Okay, Grisham, yeah. He's batting right now 294, 368 on base, 662 slugging. His OPS is 1030, 1030. Okay, in a small sample size. Again, pretty darn good. And he's got 8 home runs. So does Ben Rice, who could be the next prospect, developed by the Yankees, who could turn into an offensive powerhouse here. Another guy here who can hit 25, 30 home runs. And we can have a whole bunch of guys that could do that, right? With the lineup being a little bit longer now. So Trent Grisham with Gold Glove defense in the outfield. And another just great clubhouse presence. And he seems to be, one of the gems of the Juan Soto trade. Soto is a one and done. It is what it is. Deuces, right? Good luck on the Mets. Grisham's still here. He's our guy, right? And he's doing an extremely knock-up job right now. Great job. He really, really is. And he plays Gold Glove defense in the outfield. He does what they need him to do when they need him to do it. Okay? And he's positioning himself for probably a 30 home run season and probably a decent contract in free agency if he moves on, right? Which he will be a free agent at the end of the year, as will some other folks as well. So Grisham's the next guy I wanted to give some love to. Okay? And the last guy I want to give love to is Spencer Jones. Yes, Spencer Jones. Okay? People fixate on his strikeout rate. I get it. Fine. But he also has 8 home runs right now. Okay? He's on pace for probably 35 home runs, 35 home runs. His OPS about 924. Slugging is almost 600. On-base percentage about 360. Right? He's made some load adjustments to his swing, yes. Now, will he most likely need to continue to adjust them as he moves up in levels? Yeah, sure. But he's doing enough to justify a call up to AAA at some point real soon. And if he continues to do that in AAA, maybe he'll get a September call up, like Dominguez did a couple of years ago, like Austin Wells got a couple of years ago, Everson Pereira, right? So, never really know. But he's another unique talent that we have here. And obviously, it's going to depend on what happens next year. If Cody Bellinger stays, if he opts back in, does he stay in the outfield or does he move to first base if Paul Goldschmidt leaves? Or does Goldschmidt stay, which might keep Cody Bellinger in the outfield? And then what do you do with a guy like Spencer Jones if he's ready to go? Right? Because then you have to involve Jason Dominguez in the discussion too. So, I mean, it's a good problem to have, but a decision I don't envy Aaron Boone's position to have to make. Right? But he's another guy. Quietly, these guys are quietly doing their jobs right now and really not getting the recognition that some of these other guys are doing. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Judge is on fire. People say he's on pace for whatever, 55 home runs. He only has one more home run than Rice, one more than Grisham. So are they also on pace for 40, 50 home runs? So the fact of the matter is they're doing their thing right now in this lineup. They're becoming valuable pieces for this Yankee team. And if the rest of these guys kind of step up and break out, then this Yankee lineup can be very dangerous. They showed us last night just how dangerous they can be when they're clicking on most cylinders, not all cylinders, right? So Stanton's not here. And who knows what's going to happen with DJ LeMahieu? Is he getting up? He was given a cortisone injection in his hip yesterday. So as a precautionary measure, but it's still going to concern people. I get it. Plus, he's on a big contract. And the fact of the matter is that I'm speaking about DJ here and Stanton. In my view, it makes no sense to call them up if they're not going to be better than what's already here. Just because they're on big contracts? No. Okay? No. So, these guys, to me, and I don't speak for the Yankees. I don't work for them either. They don't pay me anything. So, but this is just common sense. These guys got to show that they can be healthy in their rehab and continue to perform as they move up. DJ LeMay is already 6 for 10. He's been 600 in his rehab. 600. So, but he does have the ability to not be able to run that well. Called Steve Alboni syndrome. He just can't run. So, and Stanton has a similar issue. So, but they're both bat right-handed. Stanton's got light tower. Power hits the ball into the next city, right? And DJ LeMahieu is a great glove as well. These guys are also leaders, veterans, and great teammates to everybody else. So, and the Yankees are fiercely loyal to the players who do who do the right thing. Can't blame them for that. Did we think DJ LeMahieu's contract was going to turn out to be an onerous one now? No, because he came off a batting title when he signed it. And when we traded for Giancarlo Stanton, he came off his 59 home run MVP season. That's when we traded for him. So, we didn't sign up to $325 million. The Marlins did. So, but those three guys, wanted to give them some love today. Vulpi, Grisham, Jones. The list can be bigger. And we're going to continue to point these things out. Right? And you let me know if I'm missing anybody. If you want to shout out somebody in these videos. So just like I was shouting out my man Ryan Beck too for the sharing the intel about the WRC plus from OPS plus from Anthony Vulpi. Because it does matter. These are the unsexy stats that matter. It's not only the home runs and the ribbies. Like Cal Raleigh, whoop-de-doo, he's got 10 home runs. Okay. Eugenio Suarez, he's got 10 home runs. He had 40 the other day. Good for him. He's probably more likely to hit 40 home runs than Raleigh is. But you never know. You never know. But those aren't the only stats that matter. Right? So I like what I'm seeing with the players that we have here. I really do. You give me your thoughts. We'll be back later when the lineup comes out. Talk about that. And hopefully celebrate another win tonight. Let's go Yankees.